Hi, this is Barry Brennan again. I'm going to finish up talking about Monroe's motivated sequence. It's a continuation of the lectures on methods for persuasive speaking, and we're going to finish off on that. I was recording that earlier yesterday, and I got frozen in the midst of the end of that part of the lecture. So I'm going to redo that part so it's really clear exactly what you need to do. And we're going to move right into that right now. So again, this is for my public speaking class, and we'll be talking about Monroe's motivated sequence as a method for organizing your persuasive speech. And it will be the method you'll be using for your persuasive speech in class. Okay, so here we are, waiting for that. There we go. So just as a reiteration, Monroe's motivated sequence has 5 steps, and they're in order. And all 5 steps are essential, okay, essential for accomplishing what the goal of this speech, which is to persuade someone to take an action, to get involved in your idea. And it's essential that you do all 5 steps, not just 4 of them, but all 5 of them. So we're going to go over in detail what each step means. So we've got the first step is attention, second is need, third is satisfaction, and the fourth is action. I'm sorry, the fourth is visualization, and the fifth is action. Okay, where's that? There we go. Okay, first one, attention. You all have learned this before. What is attention? It's your attention getter. What are you going to do to get our attention, get the audience's attention? What are you going to do to either give a statistic or grab us and engage us in a way that gets our attention and makes us interested in what you have to say? That can be both with words, it could be a story, it can be a statistic, it can be a rhetorical question, right? It can be a way that you act. There's all kinds of ways that you can get the audience's attention, but it must be connected to your topic, to what you're persuading on. Your need. Now notice there's 5 steps, right? So the need part is 1/5. Think of it this way. Y'all like to think about how much time you have, right, in the speech. I want you to think about this is 1/5 of the speech. So you're going to spend an amount of time on the need to talking about what the problem is, but you want to narrow that problem down in a way that shows us the basic components of this problem, okay? Components so that we can know, like, what are the major parts of this problem that we need to know, because this is not, the speech is not about the problem, it's about the solution to the problem and how you're going to implement that. But that we need to be reminded about the problem. You've talked about that in your other speech, but pick out the most basic parts of it that give us a real good idea of what that problem is. The next step, third step, satisfaction. You have to satisfy us how you're going to satisfy the need. Think of it that way. First, you get the attention. You talk about the need to deal with this problem. You establish that we need to deal with it or else. And then you satisfy that need by saying, this is my solution, or this is my set of solutions to this problem. Okay, so remember 1/5, so you're not spending an inordinate time on it. It's somewhat balanced. Now, obviously, your attention isn't going to equal exactly 1/5, but I want you to kind of think of it in terms of that in a somewhat balanced way. The speech is 78 minutes. Your second, third, fourth step will probably be where you'll spend your most time on the speech. Okay? Let's look at the fourth step. I'm going to go back to the third step. Satisfaction. You really need, in this, where you solve the problem for us, it needs to be realistic. It needs to be legitimate. It needs to be something that we can do. It can't be something that is completely undoable. It can't be fantasy. It has to be realistic. And your research will show us how realistic it is based upon the research that you do and how you provide the evidence to show that it could work. And your logic, your reasoning skills here will be really important. Visualization. This is a step that often students forget, and it's really important. In fact, it is the selling point of the speech. If we can imagine something happening, I want you to think about every kind of innovation we've had, someone imagined it before. They imagined it before. They imagined the innovation. They imagined what the innovation would do. They imagined it. So we need to imagine what the world's going to look like with your solution in place. That's really going to prove to us that your solution can work. If you give us it's a futuristic, right? You're imagining, what would the future look like? What would the world look like in the future if we implement, or right now, if we had implemented this solution, what would our world, what would we feel like? What would the world look like? Action. You got to get the audience involved. You have to involve your audience with your solution. What can you do to make this happen? When they're done watching your speech today, when they watch your speech and they walk out the door, what can they do to help you make your vision become a reality? And make it them. Make them responsible for taking that action. Make them responsible for your solution. Make everyone responsible for making the world better, because your solution is trying to make the world better. So make them a part of it and make them responsible for it. Okay, so there we go. We've got attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, and action. Those are the 5 steps to Monroe's motivated sequence. You need all 5 of those. Second, third, and fourth step, you will spend the most time on your speech talking about, presenting on, okay? The first and fifth are the least. The first probably has the least amount of effort, but the other ones need more work. Okay, you can do this. Thanks for listening.